Hi, I'm honored to be ManufactureCT's incoming president. My predecessor, Kate Houlihan, has done a phenomenal job, so I hope to follow her lead and continue the great work. I don't know if I can top those dance moves though, Kate. I didn't grow up in manufacturing. I didn't even grow up in Connecticut. We're actually going to put up a poll right now, so let us know. Did you grow up in Connecticut, or are you a transplant like me? We'll post the results in just a few minutes once everyone's had a chance to weigh in. I grew up in Alaska. Here's a photo of me and my twin sister playing in the snow. Well, we were trying to play in the snow. It didn't look like we had a whole lot of room to move around. Sorry, Sally, I didn't tell you I was putting this photo in. It seems like record snowfall in that photo, but I'm pretty sure it was just a Tuesday. I moved with my family to Connecticut my senior year of high school, so my father could run the family manufacturing business, Bead Industries, which manufactures custom electronic contact pins, commercial plumbing fixture trim, and still supplies our original product, bead chain. My grandfather basically handed my father the keys to the company and never came back. Back then, Bead was located in a 4-story building in downtown Bridgeport. It must have felt so foreign to him, but I later learned he had the NHMA as a valued resource. Once my father adjusted, he leaned up the organization and moved it to a 1-story facility in Milford, where it still is today. He hired a board of directors and began working on a succession plan well in advance of his retirement. When he did eventually retire and I took over for him in 2014, the same year we celebrated Bead's 100-year anniversary, we had worked for nearly a decade together. He made sure I never had to worry about him tossing me the keys on his way out. In fact, I quickly set up shop in his office in case he tried to come back. Over the years, my father has given me loads of advice. One thing he was adamant about was for me to get involved in the NHMA, now ManufactureCT, despite my request for some more time to adjust to my new leadership role. Not to mention I had a toddler and a preschooler at home. I reluctantly agreed and figured I'd just fade into the background. It wasn't long before I was voicing my ideas to the board, participating on panels, and chairing a committee. It also wasn't long before I started to notice an interesting parallel between my manufacturing business and the NHMA. Both had a long history, a strong foundation, and dedicated people working toward a common goal. But both were facing a wave of retirements, now lovingly referred to as the silver tsunami, and both needed to modernize in order to attract the next generation. Leadership at NHMA has worked tirelessly over the last several years to bring the association into the future in order to become ManufactureCT, to move it from a suit-wearing, predominantly male association to a diverse and inclusive, purpose-driven movement. Although it wasn't always easy, it could be fun, as evidenced by the dance video you just saw. It involves strategic planning, prioritizing, rebranding, and most importantly, expanding our reach to attract a broader audience, such as employees in roles beyond upper management. To make it a place where manufacturers in a variety of roles can connect and relate to one another. A place to share best practices, tips, tricks. Not long ago, a fellow member shared her COVID exposure procedures with me so we could provide our employees with better guidance. Recently, I shared my company's forecasting tool with a fellow member who was having trouble projecting business revenue in these uncertain times. This is what it's all about, sharing and learning from one another in order to run our factories as efficiently as we can with our employees' best interests in mind. Skeptics beware. Manufacturing in Connecticut is making a comeback that even a global pandemic cannot stop. Sure, we've had to do a little trial and error to get there, but we don't give up easily. Manufacturers are fierce that way. We're a community of gritty but optimistic, action-oriented problem solvers. We don't wait around for change to happen to us. We make the future. I look forward to the coming year and getting to know you all better. And I'm excited for the wonderful programs we have lined up for you on topics from the shop floor to the office and everything in between. Don't forget to follow ManufactureCT on social media, #MakeTheFuture.